welcome back again, everybody, to a little Austin Weekend Sports and a Austin Sports Weekend. We are talking the Tennessee Volunteer Football Team. Again, they had a nice little game this weekend against UAB. I got sort of a soft spot for the Blazers.
And Tennessee won by 32, so we'll talk about it here.
Oh, yeah, they won, and they won rather easily. They took most of their starters out at halftime. Well, they kept them in for the first drive of the second half.
What do you want to address first, the cons or the pros?
Let's go ahead and hit the pros first, because the pros sort of take place in the first half of the game. That's when most of our starters was in. We got a really strong start again. We had 21 points just like that. Joey come in, and like I said, Joey's been just a breath of fresh air. He has fit our system perfectly. So, but we had a really strong first quarter, really good first quarter. Joey was efficient, clean.
Only one mistake, and that was just not on him. That was just a pop-up ball, or that might have been on him because he threw it into a tight window.
He threw it into a tight window, but I would rather have. I mean, if you're going to have a turnover, I would rather have that turnover, because he's trying to get a pass in there, he didn't throw into triple coverage. It wasn't a bad decision. It was just a really tight window. So, and then it popped up, and normally that ball's knocked down and there's nothing done to it, but it was popped up into the air, so it got it there. And I am a big Star Thomas fan. He is so good. Of course, all three of our running backs scored. Star got 2 touchdowns. He got 1 receiving and 1 rushing. And our other 2 running backs, Bishop got 2. Did he get 2 rushing?
I think so.
Yeah. And then our other running back got 1 rushing too. So we've got a stable of just fantastic running backs. But my favorite is Star. I just like he's more elusive, and he's good catching the ball out of the backfield too. Even though he did. Sometimes they drop them coming out of the backfield, but that's really good. Your stars of the game,
Chris Brazel and Mike Matthews.
They look good, didn't they?
They looked pretty good on the times that they were targeted. They kind of got limited in the targeting aspect.
Yeah, but man, so the drop in the basket pass was
splendid.
That was splendid, wasn't it? Yeah. But Brazel looks like he's trying to be.
Wide receiver 1.
WR1, yeah. And he's trying to be the next Hyatt, maybe, with all the yards and all the touchdowns he's got. Our scoring continues to be really, really high. What are we averaging through the first 4 games now?
53.5 points per game in the first 4 weeks.
We're averaging 53.5, and we've scored over 40 in every game, even against Georgia. So when you put 40 up on Georgia,
you got a good offense.
You got a pretty good offense. That brings us into our cons. Our defense is still, we're still missing 5 starters. It makes it hard to say much again. And again, when you score 54 points, it's hard to. When you beat somebody by 32, it's hard to say.
But there were issues.
But we got to bring out something. We got to say something.
The secondary, the backups didn't look particularly good against the pass.
Yeah, how many yards passing did you say we gave
369 or something.
So we
over
gave
360.
So we gave up over 360 yards passing to UAB. Now don't get me wrong. UAB's quarterback is Kitna, which is
the son of an NFL player.
Yes, he is the son of John Kitna. So he's a good quality quarterback.
Fittingly, UAB's head coach is Trent Dilfer,
a former
NFL quarterback.
UAB's team did look a little undisciplined though, didn't it? There was a lot of penalties, a lot of flying
after penalty.
So that might be something that they would want to clean up. But that's not our team. I said the secondary is a little. But again, when you're missing your 2 starters. We've got good talent in there. It's just young talent, and you have to learn how to play SEC football. You can't come right out of high school and go SEC football. It's really hard to do that.
The thing is, though, the injury report's going to have to be something that Heupel's got to look up and look at.
We need to get our players back on the field. Not just because we want to win. We've got a lot of money tied up in those 2 DBs too. Lots of money. We need some ROI. Return on the investment there, you know what I mean? But no, seriously, we hope that they get healthy quick because we'd love to see them out there playing because they're uber talented. We still got a few issues with special teams.
Still, like Boo Carter dropping a punt that he should have backed off from.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little too aggressive there.
Or a little too conservative.
Or a little too conservative. One way or the other, yeah. Again, practice, hopefully will be good. But other than that...
sloppy second quarter, all considering with all the...
Joey Aguilar came out in the second half and played the first series. And the reason he did that was in every start he's had this year, in every start he's had in his career, which is 28 now, he had thrown for
200 yards in each game. So he did that.
So he came back out that first drive of the second quarter so he could continue. It's the longest streak in the NCAA right now of 200 yards or more games is Joey Aguilar, something we might not have known there either. And props to Boo Carter. We mentioned Boo Carter had a little drop there, but Boo Carter had a game.
Had a scoop and score as the peak of his achievements.
What's that? What was the other ones? Pull out your notes there. I had something there on the stuff that he actually did. See, where's his stuff at? There it is.
9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and a sack.
That ain't a bad line. He had a heck of a game. I really hope we can keep Boo Carter. He may be the most talented player on our field, as far as just pure talent. And Heupel this was his
40th career head coaching win for the Vols.
40th win in a little over 4 seasons. So we might have a pretty good coach too there, you know.
We scored on 6 of our first 7 possessions on the game, which is pretty nice. Our starting offense is rather spectacular there. So yeah. On a side note, they did announce a new schedule and 3 permanent opponents.
Yeah, Tennessee's 3 permanent opponents is
Alabama, Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Everybody agrees with Alabama, Vanderbilt. We've got back and forth whether it's Kentucky or Florida. All of the younger people grew up with Florida being our main rival, and a lot of the older people remembers Kentucky as a main rival. I would have probably still leaned towards Florida myself too, because I love to hate them, and I love to hate them every year, not just every other year. So,
but now, since that new format's coming out, we'll only play the Gators every other year after the season, which is kind of disappointing to me because it's always that game.
It's always that game
that you circle on the board and you say that game
I
right
want
there.
To win that game, yeah. So, but in its place, this is Tennessee's opponents for 2026 in the SEC. Roll them off our
hosting Alabama, hosting Kentucky, going to Vanderbilt, hosting Auburn, LSU, and Texas. Going to Arkansas, to South Carolina, and to Texas A&M.
That's a schedule, ain't it? How about them apples? They can't say anything about strength of schedule now because every SEC team is going to look like that. That's... LSU.
At home.
That's still going to be... Texas.
At home.
Auburn...
at home.
At least we got a little bit of a breather where we got those 3 at home. Our road games are Arkansas, South Carolina, and Texas A&M. Now, don't get me wrong; those aren't 3 gimmies, but
2 of them might be more winnable than Texas A&M's just brutal to go
Texas A&M's brutal. That's a brutal place to go play. Yeah. Now, when it comes back down to 2028 and we're at Texas and at LSU and at Auburn, it'll be a little different.
Can someone shield the children?
That will be 2028. That will be Faison's second year, so.
No, Faison's first year is next season.
I know, but probably his first year as a starting quarterback, probably. I'm not sure if Faison will start next year coming in. Heupel doesn't start a lot of freshmen. Faison's probably talented enough to be the starter next year, but Heupel doesn't start a lot of freshman. So, but I just almost guarantee you, Faison will be the starting quarterback for 2027 and 2028. So, oh yeah, that's right. That will be his second. That'll be his junior year probably when we're at LSU in that.
Unless you redshirt him.
So that would still be his third year. He might be a redshirt sophomore, but that's not a bad situation to have that 5-star uber talented quarterback. His third year going to Texas, going to LSU. That's exciting, actually. That actually excites me a little bit.
This year makes me more encouraged that maybe teams should go after more of those 2-star walk-on JUCO players that had to work their way up and had to fight through adversity. And that's basically Aguilar in a nutshell.
We scraped Joey up at the last second. And he's the best quarterback we've had since 2022.
I don't think there's an argument.
No, there's not an argument. You can't argue that. There is no argument for it. But let's go ahead and talk about next week's game. We are on our first road game.
At Mississippi State.
That's
That's
a tough place to play. There's 50,000 cowbells.
All you hear is ringing all over and over and over.
I've got a buddy who likes Mississippi State. What's up, Todd? But that's going to be a tough game. Tennessee is favored. I think the opening line, the line right now is 7.5. Tennessee's favored by 7.5. I know. See, and what's going to be weird about this game is both teams run the same system offensively.
The veer and shoot. Both of them run the same offense.
So we're not going to surprise. Either one of us is going to surprise us. And the defense is not going to be surprised unless you pull, some rabbits out.
The difference here is
before.
personnel and recruiting. I feel like
coaching
can be an aspect, and personnel and
coaching
recruiting.
And talent is going to make the difference.
And I feel like Tennessee has more of the.
Tennessee's firing on all cylinders right now. Offensively.
No disrespect to the Bulldogs. They're
no.
4-0.
They're 4-0, and they beat a top 15 Arizona State team there
at the time.
They've won every game that's been put in front of them. So you can't say anything bad about Mississippi State.
Of course, Starkville is going to be rocking.
It's going to be rock. It's going to be rowdy. It's going to be loud.
Emphasis on offensive line play is going to be huge because all you'll hear is cowbells if you don't.
Mm-hmm. The more mistakes you make, the louder those bells are going to get. You got to quiet those bells down. You got to put up 14 to 21 points in the first quarter to where
there's not as many
bells ringing. Yeah. So, but Tennessee's favored by 7.5.
I think they have better personnel, and I think they have better recruiting recently. So I think I'll take the Vols plus that. I
probably will take the Vols too. The Vols honestly should win. I'm thinking about 10 to 12 points, maybe a little bit there. But it's going to be a tough game. It could easily come down to just a 3-point game, a field goal game at the end. But the way Tennessee's offense is looking, it's hard to go against their offense. And the reason I'm saying this is Tennessee's defense should look a little bit better too because they've seen this team. They practice against them every day.
Just have to focus on the injury chart.
Yeah, we got to get our players back. We got to get those cornerbacks back.
Or else we might still see some of the same problems. I feel like
we will. I said we have uber talented young guys. They're just young guys. It's really hard to learn and adapt to SEC quality play without practice and time. That's just really what it is. The guys who are struggling a little bit now, 2 years from now, when they're juniors, could be first round draft picks. But it takes time to get to that point. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of time and a lot of coaching. So we need those starters back. We really need those starters back. Hopefully we will have them back this week. The list doesn't come out till Thursday, and this is Tuesday night when we're actually shooting this. So we don't know what the injury list is going to be, but hopefully Tennessee will have some of those back. And I would love to see Sanders come back too on our offensive line.
He hasn't played all year.
And of course we've got a bye week after this, so even if we don't get our starters back this week, we should have another bye, and we should have them back for the Arkansas game, if not. But I would love playing on the road at Mississippi State. We're going to need everybody we can get. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Depth chart has to be challenged.
But that's it. That's it for Tennessee football this week. We hope you had a little fun with us. We love Tennessee. Be sure and hit the like button, the subscribe button somewhere there. Share us with your friends. Sharing is caring. And we will see you
next week.